Every item we place on the Seder table has significance and has a message that contributes to the overall theme of Pesach, which of course is to remember the Exodus from Egypt. But on Pesach we don't just remember. It's not about remembering the Exodus, it's about re-experiencing it. On Pesach we have the ability to experience true freedom, inner freedom. But what is freedom? What is the definition of that word? Freedom is not about permissiveness. It's not about doing whatever we want to do. Freedom is much more about the ability to go beyond ourselves. It's about freeing ourselves from ourselves. It's about the ability to go out of our comfort zone. It's about the ability to do things that are hard for us and to free ourselves from the shackles of our own personal prison, to be free from our own personal Mitzrayim, our own personal Egypt. So when we place those items on the Seder table, every item assists us and supports us and facilitates that process and that journey and that experience of freedom. So we start with the wine. On Pesach, we begin with Kiddush, which is part of the mitzvah of having 4 cups of wine. Why do we have 4 cups of wine? Simply, it corresponds to the 4 expressions of redemption. When God communicated to Moses that he was going to free the Jewish people, he said 4 things. V'hotzeiti, I will take you out. V'hitzalti, I will save you from the bondage of Egypt. V'ga'alti, I will redeem you. V'lakachti etchem li la'am, and I will take you for my nation. So we have 4 cups of wine corresponding to those 4 expressions. But why wine? Wine is the hidden potential of a grape. Superficially, a grape is just another fruit. But when we crush it, we put in the effort and we extract its juice and we go through the process of making wine, we create something, we create a prominent beverage that has been the symbol of prominence and royalty from time immemorial. You know, when we sit down to the Seder table and we begin the Seder journey, which is a holy journey and an experience of freedom and inspiring ourselves with the desire and the ability to become free, we often feel flat. We often feel that we're just not there. We often feel that we are trapped in our own Mitzrayim. We don't know, how are we going to experience freedom? How are we going to grow? How are we going to free ourselves from our own limitations of our own limited, finite personality? So we begin with the wine. The wine's message is, on a full cup of wine, that we can do it because each and every one of us have the hidden potential, the hidden grape juice that can become something powerful as wine. We just need to believe that we have that potential. Superficially, we are flat. Superficially, we don't know how we're going to move, but we have it within ourselves. So as we sit down to the Seder table and we want to experience that experience of freedom, we need to begin with Kiddush, reminding ourselves of the hidden potential. And we do it over a full cup of wine. And in fact, many customs have it that we don't just fill up the cup, we let it spill a little bit. Because freedom is about going beyond the cup. Each and every one of us have our own cup, different sizes. What's important is that we begin the night with the readiness to just go a little bit beyond ourselves, just to free ourselves that little bit beyond what we're used to, what our comfort zone is in our current Egypt, in our current Mitzrayim. And we do it in 2 ways. Because the 4 expressions of Geula, the 4 expressions of redemption, are divided into 2. The first 3 are about redeeming ourselves from Egypt. The second is about becoming God's nation. To be free means we're going to have to do 2 things. We're going to have to let go of our Egypt, let go of our preconceived limitations and preconceived perceptions and ideas, and then leap into a new reality, leap into becoming something better and something more improved. We do it and remind ourselves that we can do it by beginning the Seder on a Kiddush that we make over a cup of wine.